All right, this is a 2006, I believe. E53 X5, BMW X5. Let me check the door. I think it's an 06. Well, according to the manufacturer plate, it's 2005, but whatever, same body style. But n62 was stated that the drain plug wouldn't come out from a Valvoline quick lube place. I think my dad had brought it there because he was in a hurry, I suppose. But we're gonna see if it pops out of here. I hope that it isn't. Hope that it's not stripped. I kind of just started this camera and was just gonna let it roll and not really do much editing. So we'll see how this oil change goes. Hopefully easy. And of course I had to get the yard mowed the other night and when it was dry, and now it's raining. So that's beautiful. I get a little drippage, so that'll be fun. Love it. Love it. Okay. I wish I had a lift. It would make stuff 20 times easier and faster. But whatever. Maybe someday. I think, if my memory serves me, this is a, oh no, that's an 8 hex fits. What else do I got? Do I have, that's a 10, so I don't have a 9. I'm pretty sure it's an 8 mil hex. Yeah, I don't think a 9 would fit. That's pretty snug. So we'll give her a go and see what happens. I'm hoping that it's not stripped. That'd be less than ideal, honestly. Well, she's in there pretty good, I will say that. So that's not promising at the moment. I don't know who torqued this guy, but it should not be that tight. I will say that. That's pretty tight. I don't know if I want to put too much torque on that and mess it up. I don't really want to buy an oil pan. But we'll see what happens. I don't think. Man, that would really piss you off, wouldn't it? If that was the fucking case. If that was the case. Alrighty, well, she broke loose. Hallelujah. I'm excited about that. And it's unscrewing. That's a plus. That is a plus. There we go. She's out. I don't know if they put a sealing washer, and I don't know if I have one, so we'll have to snug it up, I suppose. Oh, that's beautiful. Came out there pretty quick, eh? So it's this little hex plug. I think there's supposed to be a sealing ring, but I don't know if he... Oh, well, there's one on here. So there's that, I guess. I don't think he bought a new one for it, so I guess we'll just have to reuse it, and hopefully it doesn't leak. We'll see. We'll see. Dang, I got splattered with oil. That's cute. Oh well, that's fine. Darn it, darn it, darn it. First time doing one, an oil change on this. So, I didn't think that that drain plug would be that tight. I need to look up the torque specs for it, I think. It's draining pretty good, not bad. It wasn't super warm. I didn't have too much time to let it warm up. I didn't drive it today. I just let it warm up while I was putting it on the ramps. Clean some of this oil up off the ground here since it overflowed my catch can. So it was flowing out of there so fast. I'm surprised, honestly. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. So, a little bit curious about that. Yeah, let's get this cleaned off too. Socket, I need to... There's so much oil underneath here, it could have been leaking because I did the upper timing chain covers and the valve cover gaskets because they would have been leaking forever. So I probably should go drive it a little bit if it's going to be rainy, because man, do they leak a lot of oil. And then I think the alternator bracket had been leaking oil for a while too on this, and that got fixed a little while ago. So I think it's a little bit better. I don't know what the drain plug is for the oil filter. We'll have to see. Probably might be a 6 mil, 7 mil. I don't know. It's a good question. We'll find out. I would like to be able to do better editing on YouTube videos, but right now the only camera I have is my phone camera. And I mean, I know there's CapCut and some other things, but I'm also new to making videos too. It's a learning curve, and I probably should do it more often so I could learn a little bit quicker, but full-time job, family, stuff gets in the way. I'm sure you know, people know how it is. It is what it is, so. What else is there here? I think I have the other. I'm gonna see if this will work. Perfect fit. Okay, that will fit. And that is a 6 mil, and that will do the oil filter housing drain plug. But I've never taken one off before, so I don't even know how. It's actually not tight at all. So maybe Valvoline Quick Lube did that right, but they definitely didn't pull the drain plug. I know that, because that was on there pretty good. So you loosen this, supposedly, and it drains the oil out of the housing, which I have a Toyota with a 2GR FE, and I've never drained it out of the housing. I just undo the housing and let it drain everywhere because I don't really care that much. But this one came out easy, so I guess I'll do it since it came out so easy. Why not? That oil looks super dirty. It was only not quite 6 months old, and not even 3,000 miles. I don't believe. We'll let those keep draining. There's a little 6mm plug in the bottom of that housing that comes out of there. And then I don't know what the housing is. Might be 25mm? I don't know. I have a socket set over there. We'll look and I'll show you what it is. But feel free to jump around. I'm just gonna let this video roll and BS about whatever comes into my brain currently. Oh, and this stiffening plate is just covered in oil still. I need to power wash it. I was going to take it off, but it is a pain. All these bolts have nuts on the top, and that's not really all that much fun. So maybe I'll take it off eventually and power wash it. We'll see. I know it's dirty. I know that for a fact. There's oil all over it. And I made a mistake putting the driver's side valve cover gasket back on. The heat shield got stuck on the side, and it was in between the head and the gasket, and it was leaking oil on this side too. But luckily I could just loosen everything, and there was enough room to just push it out of the way, and it actually came out really easy, and it hasn't been leaking since, so that's good. And then I also had to do a cable for the hood from here into the cabin, which is actually way simpler than I thought. I was putting it off thinking it was going to be a pain in the ass, in the butt, but it was easy, super easy. So got that done too. I did not shoot a video on that, but there's a few other channels that have videos on that. I may do something with it. At some point, we'll see. Maybe like a quick rundown through of it, because it's super easy. You just have to take a couple kick panels off in the inside of the vehicle. But I think I need to take that plug back out, because I think there's I gotta check in the oil filter kit. I think there is a lost my train of thought. ADD. I think there's a gasket was what I was saying for the drain plug. I'll check that in a minute. But let's look at these other sockets I got. Set of sockets, because I got a 36 mil for the E36 or E46 rather. E36 I think is 10 mil bolt if I remember right, that goes through the housing. I got to get that out of storage. That hasn't seen light of day for a while. Should bust that guy out. It's got M3 cams, chipped, full exhaust. Well, no, not, I guess cat back, but it says S50 headers on it. And then I also did a 5-speed swap on it. So, it's a fun car. Coil on coils. Fun little rig. LSD from an M3. I think a 323 gears. It used to be a 391, but that is just way too many RPMs for driving on the interstate. Okay, that's loose now. Where's my other ratchet? Okay, let's get this guy out of here. Oh, hello. Don't want to hit myself in the face. Oh, by the way, that's a 24 mil that will do that housing for the filter. Pull this guy out of here. Oh, there's still oil in there. Surprised. Okay, that goes in and it pops in like that. Okay, I wasn't quite sure how this went together, because it's got this, I'll show you later when I pull this out of here. It's got some keeper rings or something on the top of there. So we'll pull this out of here and replace the gaskets. And I gotta figure out if there's an extra gasket for the top of that too. I'm not sure. I think there is. Maybe there'll be an oil, dummy me. I should see if there's a gasket for the drain plug in there before I put the drain plug back in. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Would make perfect sense. Okay, the gasket filter kit's over here. We'll open this guy up. All right, there is one there. Cool. If it'll focus. Got a ring for the upper part of the filter. You'll put it on here. There's a O-ring for this drain plug, and then the brass, copper brass, I'm not really sure which, is for the drain. plug itself to go on there, so that's easy enough. And where is... Oh, you have to take a pick. The E36 or E46 has got a hole you can stick a little screwdriver or pick in the side. And it's easy to get to. This does not. So I'm gonna grab a little Phillips head screwdriver. See if I can get down in here. I don't know where my picks are. I have one somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I don't feel like looking for it currently. So we'll just make this do. All right, that's the old one. Put that off to the side. Take this new gasket out. Lube it up a little bit. We'll stick it. Goes on over around here. And then it goes down back into this slot down at the end. You want to make sure it's seated in there because you want it to seal the oil when you get it back together. You don't want it out of that seat. So that's good in there like that. Now I gotta pull the drain plug out. Out of the bottom here. I kind of shot myself in the foot, I think. And I tightened it up a little bit too more than I wanted to. Just take your 6mm, pull this plug out. That O-ring is the other O-ring that's in there. You want to replace that. They give you a new one. Now the tricky part, without a pick, we'll see if I can get this O-ring out of here. I don't know, either that or I'm gonna have to cut it and put the new one in before I stab myself. So much easier with the correct tools. I just don't know where my picks are. Might have a pick somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to find it. Because I have a feeling this is going to be a major pain getting that out of there. We'll see if I can find my pick set. Wish I had my small flathead screwdriver out here somewhere. Hey, I may have found it in another set of tools. Imagine that. I know I bet the click-through rate on this video is gonna be horrendous, I'm sure. Oh well. Whatever, I'm just having fun. Who cares? Trying to get this O-ring out of here. That's the only thing that's holding me up currently. Otherwise it'd be done by now. Oh, there we go. Money. Finally got my screwdriver hooked underneath of there. Why won't you focus, camera? Pixel, come on. Wow. I've never really been humbled by an O-ring before, but man, that was way more difficult than I thought it was going to be. That's for sure. Maybe I have to take my glove off. Didn't really want to get covered in oil tonight, but okay. It's proving putting it on is also not fun. Maybe I'll try from the other side. It's kind of hard to do this on camera, isn't it? Harder than I thought it would be anyway. Okay, it's in there. We'll get that started and then I will tighten it back up more when I get it in there. And I need to pause this and see what the drain plug torque spec is. So when I'm all done, I like to get underneath here, start it up, let it run for a minute, and double check to see if we have any leaks going on. But I don't see any currently. I think we're good, but all right.